Welcome to today's journey, where each moment behind the wheel carries a valuable lesson that could make the difference between safety and disaster. In this video, we'll take a deep dive into various real-life driving scenarios, incidents that may seem ordinary at first glance but quickly take unexpected turns, reminding us how unpredictable the road can be. It all began on what seemed like a typical Tuesday along the N3 highway. Traffic was flowing, skies were clear, and everything pointed to a normal day, until, in an instant, a truck suddenly veered into the opposite lane. The result was a terrifying crash that immediately shattered the calm, creating a scene that no passerby could ignore. It was a chilling example of how even a momentary lapse in attention or control can change everything. In that chaos, one quick-thinking driver managed to steer away just in time, narrowly avoiding the out-of-control truck barreling toward them. Was it a stroke of luck or a display of seasoned skill? Sometimes it's both. And in another situation, the most unlikely hero was a tree. Yes, a tree, which stood firmly in the path of a runaway vehicle, effectively halting its motion and preventing a potentially devastating outcome. These incidents are clear reminders of the importance of basic safety practices, like using the parking brake every time your vehicle comes to a stop, regardless of whether you're on a slope or flat ground. It might seem minor, but these small steps can mean the difference between control and catastrophe. Speeding through residential neighborhoods is another common but incredibly dangerous mistake. While drivers often believe that a few extra kilometers per hour will save them time, the truth is it only brings them closer to danger. Recklessness on the road isn't just risky, it's life-threatening. Do you believe in a sixth sense? Some drivers might, but relying on gut feelings or testing your reflexes on the road is no substitute for responsible driving. One wrong move, one distracted moment, can lead to irreversible consequences. And speaking of unpredictable moments, remember the woman in the white car who had more than enough space to park? Somehow, she still managed to botch the attempt in such a puzzling way that onlookers were left scratching their heads. In a scene that felt almost surreal, a man who couldn't pay off his car loan decided to take matters into his own hands. In the worst possible way, he attacked a tow truck driver, stole the truck, went on a rampage damaging 6 other vehicles, and eventually crashed his own car in the process. Now, instead of settling his loan, he's facing major lawsuits and the very real possibility of jail time. A staggering example of how one impulsive decision can unravel an entire future. Meanwhile, in another part of town, a hit-and-run incident unfolded. Emotions ran high, accusations were shouted, and the driver tried to explain his actions with incoherent reasoning, claiming confusion about who he had pulled over for. But there's no gray area here. Leaving the scene after causing an accident isn't just illegal, it's a blatant rejection of the responsibility that comes with driving. Another close call came when a cyclist, struck by a vehicle, barely managed to keep control of their legs. It could have ended far worse if not for fast reflexes and a bit of luck. These moments serve as crucial reminders that intersections must be approached with utmost caution. Always observe carefully, maintain a safe following distance, and resist the urge to speed or drive recklessly. Pedestrians, too, must stay alert, even when crossing on a green light, because drivers don't always stop when they should. One particularly dangerous situation arose from a transport company's negligence. A massive steel coil was not properly secured on the back of a truck. When control was lost, the outcome could have been catastrophic. It's yet another example of how safety protocols exist for a reason, and how cutting corners can put countless lives at risk. Have you ever been startled by someone sneaking up on you? On the road, those jump scares aren't just startling, they can be deadly. In one clip, a minicar attempted to overtake another vehicle, lost control, slammed into a brick wall, and then careened into the side of a building. All of it happened in mere seconds, and all of it was preventable. Whether you're starting your journey, overtaking another vehicle, or simply pulling over for a break, remaining alert and cautious should never be optional. The road can be unforgiving, but with focus, patience, and respect for traffic laws, you can help make it a safer place for everyone. If everyone on the road took the time to drive with more care and responsibility, scenes of chaos and near misses like the ones we've witnessed today might become a thing of the past. In one particularly lucky incident, a car narrowly escaped. Disaster. But the question remains, will luck always be on its side, or will that fortune eventually run out? One driver treated his pickup truck like a race car in a mad dash to the supermarket, as if he was racing to snatch up the last items on sale. But with driving like that, it's clear no store or street would want to welcome him. Reckless use of the accelerator and brake not only puts the driver in danger, but also endangers everyone nearby. Maintaining control, staying calm under pressure, reacting quickly, and being especially cautious in risky or hazardous areas are essential driving habits. In another moment, both the driver and a female passenger were fortunate to escape their vehicle and make it safely to shore, yet another example of how fast things can go wrong and how lucky some outcomes can be. Then we saw a man treating a car like a free ride, hopping in without thinking twice. Honestly, before jumping into someone else's vehicle for a thrill, maybe a visit to the doctor might be the smarter choice. Driving on soft snow adds another layer of danger. Slamming on the brakes can cause skidding and loss of control. The key is to stay composed, handle the wheel with care, and avoid abrupt movements. Equally important is ensuring that your vehicle remains within the line of sight of truck drivers. If you're not visible in their side mirrors, then you're essentially invisible to them, which can lead to serious accidents. In a tense roadside confrontation, emotions boiled over as a man erupted in anger with children in the car, hurling insults and escalating an already volatile situation. Later, a woman took things further by throwing a water bottle at another driver. These scenes remind us that true intelligence and strength lie not in shouting or acting out, but in demonstrating restraint and self-control in moments of stress. Not all moments on the road are filled with conflict, though. Some are just impressive. A driver's precise and skillful turn around a sharp corner left viewers amazed, earning praise for their legendary handling skills. In another clip, it almost looked like a car was trying to break up a couple mid-argument, though it's unclear who was truly at fault. Proper weight distribution in trailers plays a massive role in road safety, helping to prevent rollovers and protecting both the cargo and the vehicle towing it. Meanwhile, intersections are one of the most common places for accidents to occur, making it all the more vital to reduce speed and proceed with caution. One driver was lucky to escape a harrowing situation with nothing more than shaken nerves, AGE, reminder of just how quickly things can go wrong. Sometimes the footage feels surreal, like a dramatic movie scene unfolding in real life. One particularly heart-stopping moment involved a driver dangerously overtaking on a blind curve, something that might feel daring but could end in tragedy. Reverse driving is not something to take lightly, yet one driver managed a surprisingly impressive reverse maneuver. Luckily, there were no pedestrians or other cars nearby. Roads filled with potholes, manholes, or unexpected obstacles require you to slow down, no matter how late you might be. Slippery conditions only add to the risk, demanding full concentration and smooth handling. It's fair to say some people may not be cut out for driving, and if you agree, maybe drop a 1 in the comments. As we watched a car spin out dramatically, possibly mistaking the pounding of a racing heart for the RPMs on the dash, it became clear how easily control can be lost, especially when driving larger vehicles like trucks. Every movement matters. Even the smallest error in steering can lead to massive consequences. Have you ever faced a situation like the ones shown here? If so, we'd love to hear your story in the comments. In yet another example of lucky timing, a runaway car was stopped by a tree. Who knows what could have happened if that tree hadn't been there? Thank you so much for sticking with us through this video. We hope you found these stories informative, eye-opening, and maybe even a bit thrilling. If you enjoyed the content or learned something new, please hit that like button subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you won't miss any of our upcoming videos. We've got more incredible content on the way. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Drive safe out there.